the number 1 overall pick, the quarterback for the Titans, Cam Ward, if you had to guess where he ranks amongst the other rookies, just the rookies coming out of this class, give me a range, just a range of where you think Cam Ward would be.
I would say
72 overall.
I'd say he's probably 10 to 15.
See, that would be fair. That would be fair. 10 to 15 would be fair, but no.
What?
Keep going.
All right. 20 to 25? He can't be past the 50, is he?
He's tied for 69th.
No!
Cameron Ward. Yeah, that dude who just in a single season with Miami, he walked through the door, learned a new offense, learned new teammates, went up there, dropped 10 wins, 40 passing touchdowns. He broke the Miami Hurricanes single season record in pretty much everything you can do with the ball in your hands, and he brought them back to relevance, so much so that Carson Beck could have picked anywhere in the nation, not anywhere, but many places, and he saw what Ward did, and he said, damn it, I see what the Lord has done for you, and I will follow suit. That dude is tied for 69th overall. I did the reporting myself. Here's just some of the names of rookies that Madden has rated over Cam Ward. Shamar Stewart, defensive end out of Texas A&M, a first-round pick as well to the Bengals. Oh, he's so great that the Bengals were reluctant to even sign the dude to a contract.
He just got his pads on Monday.
He's so amazing. Yeah, we've seen so much. That's what it is. The Madden ratings people have been watching him with a very close eye, I guess, from his freaking house.
Equipment pickup. That was on Monday, and we've known enough now.
He's like 77 overall compared to Cam Ward's 72, by the way. And Shamar Stewart, at least this guy is a wrecking ball. 4.5 total sacks. Not last year, 4.5 total sacks in his college career. Shamar Stewart, edge rusher, rated higher than Cam Ward.
Wow.
So Cam Ward breaks the record for passing touchdowns in the history of college football. Shamar Stewart has 4.5 sacks in his career, 1.5 sacks in his senior campaign, by the way, and he's rated higher. How about Quinshon Judkins? He's having a hell of an offseason, isn't he?
Running back, Ohio State to Cleveland, right?
Yeah. Second-round running back, Ohio State to Cleveland. In fact, I don't know how the hell this dude got a rating when he's the only rookie that ain't even got a damn contract right now. He's still unsigned because he's got domestic violence cases to beat right now. That dude right there, a running back, rated higher than Cam Ward, who, by the way, was a Heisman finalist. I don't know if I made that point earlier.
You did, yes.
Ashton Gelati, our guy, Ashton Gelati, edge rusher out of Louisville, Boca High native. I mean, this guy's a great dude off the edge. We saw him battling it out, getting in fights at camp with the Chiefs. I like that. It's a 3rd-round pick at defensive end. A 3rd-round pick rated higher than Cameron Ward. And then Cam Scatterboot. Now, this is spitting in Cam's face.
He's not the highest rated Cam in the rookie class.
A 4th-round running back is better than a franchise quarterback, a guy who earned the starting job the day he walked through the door. He's so good that Will Levis decided, I'm going to hang it up for the season. I'm going to go ahead and take care of this bad boy because I won't be needing it because that guy right there has it handled. Well, you know what is disparaging, C-Cat?
What?
All of the coverage, all of the perspectives given, and clearly now the ratings given to the number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward. I said before this NFL season, and really back in April before the draft, as a Miami Hurricanes football fan, despite how the season ended for Miami, which was obviously subpar, right? They had a chance to make it to the 12-team playoff for the first time. They had a chance to win an ACC championship for the first time in program history. Instead, you end up in a Pop-Tart Bowl where there's nothing to celebrate other than, Cam Ward's record-breaking touchdown. Right now, I said back then all I wanted was for Cam Ward to go number 1 overall, and I will feel good about the season, and I do. In hindsight, I feel warm and welcoming about what happened in Coral Gables because Cam Ward went number 1 overall to the Tennessee Titans. And ever since the draft, when the Titans decided we have our pick of the litter, we can have anybody in this draft, any player, any position, we could trade back. We got all kind of malleability, but we control the draft with the number 1 overall pick. A week out from the draft and on the day of, they never withered. They never changed their direction or their mind at all. They picked at number 1 overall, Cam Ward to be the new leader of their franchise. And damn it, so far, so good. But for some reason, at every single turn, all I see from the left, from the right down the middle is either disregard or disrespect towards Cam Ward. Today we got for the first time for Madden 26, EA Sports released their ratings, their player overall ratings. So we got the 6 or 7 guys that were 99 overalls. What was that, last week or the top of the week?
Yeah, that was released on Sunday.
That was released on Sunday. Now here on Wednesday, we get the rookie ratings released. So they released all of the overall ratings for the rookies in this draft class. Now you would think the number 1 overall pick would have a pretty lofty rating.
Out of anyone in the upcoming rookie class, this guy was the first choice.
Cam Ward was rated 72 overall. And for perspective on that, I'll just give you a couple of stats, a couple of perspective points around it, because I get it. It's a video game, and I know a lot of you are like, oh, what? You're going to be up in arms about a video game? Not necessarily. But this is data point number 29 on a long list of Cam Ward and what he's done so far and the projections of what he can do in a Titans uniform being absolutely disrespected. 72 overall. That rating right now for a number 1 overall pick with Cam Ward earning that in Madden, he is the lowest rated number 1 overall pick in 24 years. In 24, it has been since 2001. That's the last time they rated a number 1 overall pick 72 or below. That right there, in and of itself, describes to you what EA thinks about him. But again, it's not just them. It's been every step along the way. As there's a lack of media coverage around what he is and what he can do for the Titans, there is a lack of, if you look at even Vegas, you look at Hard Rock Bet, there's a lack of and baked in probability as to what he's going to be able to do, which, by the way, I'm hammering a lot of the overs for the Titans and Cam Ward individually. That's going to work out for me.
And that does have merit, because if people are not betting on the Titans, betting on Cam Ward, they're going to increase those odds, make it juicier until they do.
And what are we talking about here? Like, is Cam Ward the quarterback that we saw in high school at Columbia High that was running the wing T? Is that who we're rating right now, who didn't have any stars next to his name in recruiting? Is this the Cam Ward that we're rating right now out of Incarnate Word, who went to school, but not because he dreamed of going to Incarnate Word his whole life. No. He got underrated and doubted coming out of high school, so he had to go to Incarnate Word. Are we rating the Cam Ward that went from Incarnate Word to the Pac-12 to Wazoo out at Washington State, running that air raid offense so well that he ends up becoming the top transfer target in the transfer portal at quarterback? Or are we rating the guy that just spent this last season at Miami, helping them to their first 10-win season since 2017, bringing the Canes back to relevance, winning the Davey O'Brien Award for the best quarterback in the nation, being the first Miami Heisman finalist since 2002. Oh, and also setting pretty much every Miami Hurricanes passing record alongside 158 passing touchdowns, which is the most in the history of college football. Is that the guy we're talking about, or is it the guy that the Titans also decided to step up to the podium and pick with their most valuable pick in this draft? I don't know what Cam Ward has left to prove for him to get the proper respect, for him to get the proper coverage. But what I can tell you is every step along the way, from being recruited in high school or under-recruited at that, to having to play his way into big-time college football twice, from Incarnate Word to Wazoo, from Wazoo to Miami, and then playing his way from a 6th-round projection. Remember, he tried to declare for the draft out of Washington State, and they said, well, we might pick you up in the 6th round. We might Quinn Ewers you. And he played his way all the way into the number 1 overall pick, and now he stands here before you today, and he's still, it seems like no matter how many times he gets to the practice facilities in Tennessee at 5:30 a.m., no matter how many times he shows you how dedicated he is to the craft, the off-balance throws, off-platform, the arm angles, the way that he flicks it so well and so seamlessly, the fact that also on top of this, I have heard nary a bad word spoken about this man since he has stepped foot in Nashville. Not one. Everybody's singing his praises. Anybody that meets him and talks to him is wowed by the young man. Are we not going to finally, as a public, realize that in the face of doubt, Cam Ward sprouts? And I hate to sound like Dr. Seuss here, but damn it, that's what he's done year after year, every single step along the way, and that's what I expect him to do with the Tennessee Titans. 72 overall from Madden. 72 overall from Madden. Okay, so you would say, okay, Theo, worst number one overall pick rating in the last 24 years. Okay, well, you're judging him against the cream of the crop.
Sure.
You
And
know?
you also have like guys like Eric Fisher, who offensive linemen, oftentimes they are more hits than misses when you take them that high. How much more do they have to prove? Quarterbacking in college is a lot more different than quarterbacking in the NFL.
Yeah, so I will excuse for that. I'm not going to judge other years versus other years. How about we just judge this year? Can we just judge this year's class?
That's fine by me.
Cam Ward is rated 72 overall. Again, picked first.
71.
71 overall in the video, and then you look online at somewhere between 71 and 72. Okay. Damn it, he's low. And you look online as well. And I scrolled through, C-Cat. I did the self-reporting myself. I went to easports.com because I was like, this can't be right.
You read the affidavit. Like if you're a reporter that is covering a case.
I used to be a news reporter. I've had to read through court documents and pull facts myself. I know the process of investigative journalism, and damn it, easports.com.
This is our version of it.
I went right to the source, and I scrolled, and I scrolled, and I scrolled. C-Cat, the number one overall pick, the quarterback for the Titans, Cam Ward. If you had to guess where he ranks amongst the other rookies, just the rookies, coming out of this class, give me a range, just a range of where you think Cam Ward would be.
I would say
72 overall.
I'd say he's probably 10 to 15.
See, that would be fair. That would be fair. 10 to 15 would be fair, but no.
What?
Keep going.
All right. 20 to 25? He can't be past the 50, is he?
He's tied for 69th.
No!
Cameron Ward. Yeah, that dude who just in a single season with Miami, he walked through the door, learned a new offense, learned new teammates, went up there, dropped 10 wins, 40 passing touchdowns. He broke the Miami Hurricanes single season record in pretty much everything you can do with the ball in your hands, and he brought them back to relevance, so much so that Carson Beck could have picked anywhere in the nation, not anywhere, but many places, and he saw what Ward did, and he said, damn it, I see what the Lord has done for you, and I will follow suit. That dude is tied for 69th overall. I did the reporting myself. Here's just some of the names of rookies that Madden has rated over Cam Ward. Shamar Stewart, defensive end out of Texas A&M, a first-round pick as well to the Bengals. Oh, he's so great that the Bengals were reluctant to even sign the dude to a contract.
He just got his pads on Monday.
He's so amazing. Yeah, we've seen so much. That's what it is. The Madden ratings people have been watching him with a very close eye, I guess, from his freaking house.
Equipment pickup. That was on Monday, and we've known enough now.
He's like 77 overall compared to Cam Ward, 72, by the way. And Shamar Stewart, at least this guy is a wrecking ball. 4.5 total sacks. Not last year, 4.5 total sacks in his college career. Shamar Stewart, edge rusher, rated higher than Cam Ward. Wow. So Cam Ward breaks the record for passing touchdowns in the history of college football. Shamar Stewart has 4.5 sacks in his career, 1.5 sacks in his senior campaign, by the way, and he's rated higher. How about Quinshawn Judkins? He's having a hell of a offseason, isn't he?
Running back, Ohio State to Cleveland, right?
Yeah. Second round running back, Ohio State to Cleveland. In fact, I don't know how the hell this dude got a rating when he's the only rookie that ain't even got a damn contract right now. He's still unsigned because he's got domestic violence cases to beat right now. That dude right there, a running back, rated higher than Cam Ward, who, by the way, was a Heisman finalist. I don't know if I made that point earlier.
You did, yes.
Ashton Gelati, our guy, Ashton Gelati, edge rusher out of Louisville, Boca High native. I mean, this guy's a great dude off the edge. We saw him battling it out, getting in fights at camp with the Chiefs. I like that. It's a 3rd-round pick at defensive end. A 3rd-round pick rated higher than Cameron Ward. And then Cam Scatterboot. Now, this is spitting in Cam's face.
He's not the highest-rated Cam in the rookie class.
A 4th-round running back is better than a franchise quarterback, a guy who earned the starting job the day he walked through the door. He's so good that Will Levis decided, I'm going to hang it up for the season. I'm going to go ahead and take care of this bad boy because I won't be needing it because that guy right there has it handled. I for the life of me, I cannot figure out what more Cam Ward has to prove for people to just start treating him with adequate levels of respect, with an adequate level of coverage. And yes, I see it in the YouTube chat. Edgar in our YouTube chat at ESPN West Palm is saying, finally somebody is talking about Cam Ward. I try to do it as much as often, but I also can't be the only one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make this the Cam Ward watch, the Ward Patrol. You know, like I can only squeeze so much of this into our content as so pleases. But when I saw the headline this morning, the only thing I can think is, how do you even contort? Is this like a joke? Is it a meme? Is it just cool to disregard a special talent like Cam Ward? The Titans said they want to draft a generational prospect. They went out and got Cam Ward, and we're treating him like he's Jackson Dart, who, by the way, is only 4 points lower than Cam Ward somehow.
Yeah, it's almost like we don't talk about Cam Ward too much. We talk about Cam Ward a lot more than the average sports talk radio host, even in this area, but in general, the country more than anyone. But if Cam Ward was doing more things wrong, I think we'd be talking about him more.
That's true.
Not only because it would be more to talk about, negativity is easier to talk about in this platform, but we would also have to, in quotation marks, rush to defend him, right? Because like when someone has haters, if you don't necessarily hate on that guy at the same level, your natural reaction is to rush to their defense. Cam Ward doesn't really have haters at this state. They just don't really regard him.
Nobody's moved by him. Like everybody is impressed by him, but he has no haters because there's nothing bad to say. What are you going to say? He's got a powerful arm. He's got probably the best escapability and mobility within the pocket in this draft and probably in the last few drafts. Like the dude is hard to get down. He's sturdy as hell. He is a leader by nature. He is a galvanizing force. You're looking on our YouTube stream. You see the kids rushing to him. He was throwing touchdowns in practice the other day in Nashville and then walking over to the sidelines and people were handing them his baby, like handing him their baby. Like, here you go. You've shown me enough. Here, I think you're about to see it right here on the chat. He's signing stuff. People are handing their babies over to him. Cam Ward, and I've realized this since I sat down with him in Charlotte last summer. I said this on this radio airwaves before the college football season even kicked off. I said that dude's going to be the best quarterback in the nation, and Miami's going to be the best college football team in the state. Now, I also thought Miami would win the conference. You know, that didn't work out so well. The back end of the season was a little rough.
All right, so that's the only thing anybody has against Cam Ward is 2 inexcusable team losses that Miami had last year. That's the only bullet point in the cons column when you are judging Cam Ward. Whole lot of pros, and then just 2 poor team losses, 1 inexcusable fumble that he was scrambling in that last loss, I think. Or no, it wasn't the Syracuse game, but the who did they lose to?
The Georgia Tech game.
Yes, Georgia fumbled the ball, and that kind of ended the game.
But Shedeur Sanders is rated 67. Tyler Shuck, Louisville quarterback, who Cam Ward beat out to, a starter for the Saints by definition of that, he has a pulse. Projected starter, 68 overall. Just 4 points lower than Cam Ward, and Cam Ward was a number 1 overall pick. I don't understand it. I'm not sure if this is not just by choice at this point. Like, are we doing this as some kind of running joke? Just tell me this. If you're one of the people that are a detractor, unappreciative, or are dismissive of Cam Ward, what does he have left to prove? To just be treated like what he is, a number 1 overall pick, a Heisman finalist, and a franchise quarterback. What more does Cam Ward have to prove to you? 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. I'm still thinking about that pro day he had where he made a few throws. He walks over to the sideline looking at the Titans brass, and he said, I just sealed it right there. It's over with. I ain't got nothing. I don't need to show you. You know what it is at this point. And you know what they said? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here go the keys to our franchise. At some point, we as a public have to give some kind of credence to the fact that this dude has proven himself at every single stop and still says it's not enough. I'm going to read off some Cam Ward quotes here too, but you just tell me what more does this dude have left to prove? Cam Ward, number 1 overall pick, getting treated like Will Levis. 888-760-3776, 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho.
Theo, if you were to guess right now, the numbers aren't in front of you, and maybe you looked at this previously. What are the odds on Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Oh, man.
You can fire from the hip on who's the favorite and what the number attached to them is.
We are aligned in the brain because as I was talking, I was pulling up my Hard Rock Bet app. I did not get to it yet, so I can still guess. Plus 250
for who?
Cam Ward. Or are you saying who has the shortest odds?
Yeah, shortest odds. Who's got those odds?
Ashton Genty. Ashton Genty has the shortest odds. He's probably minus 120.
I'll give you a 1 part correct and a 1 part incorrect. You have Ashton Genty, the favorite for 2025 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and his odds are at plus 260. Wow. So you kind of mix the two things you had rattled around your head. And Cam Ward is next guy up, and then there is a seismic gap for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
Cam Ward's Rookie of the Year odds plus 325.
I would take those odds.
I mean, just the quarterback that you know is going to start.
Now, here's the issue. There's a skewed view of him publicly. So maybe even if he does well, like at what point are we going to start turning our head and saying, oh, this guy's really good? Because if the Titans are even a modicum of good this year, it's going to be because of Cam Ward.
If they still had Mike Vrabel and they still had Derrick Henry, I think there would be more room to discount a playoff berth from the Titans led by Cam Ward. And when I say discount the efforts of Cam Ward in getting them there.
Right.
If he wins 8 games for the Titans, I think the award's his.
It should be. But again, like there's many a thing. Like he's been undervalued in fantasy football. He's been undervalued now on Madden, which is why we started this today, a 72 overall, the same rating they gave, by the way, Andy Dalton last year. Andy Dalton. You're telling me that the Titans drafted Andy Dalton number 1 overall, and I'm talking about 40-year-old Andy Dalton. It's the same rating they gave Will Levis last year, the guy that the Titans are like, get the hell out of here. They got out of their way to go get Cam Ward. Nothing in Will Levis's, even in his college tape, would put him in the same stratosphere as Cam Ward.
Titans over-under on the season is 5.5, and the over is minus 155.
I like that, too.
So if they win 7 games, that is overperforming, and a lot of that will be responsible by Cam Ward.
Also, that division is susceptible not just to one of those teams falling off the face like the Colts. Even the Jaguars can have a bad season. I haven't seen enough out of Trevor Lawrence. The Texans have offensive line issues or at least questions. They have all of those 3 teams I just named in their division also are prone to just putting up stinkers even when they're good. I would not devalue the Titans this year. They are a great value play wherever you're putting your money, whether it's fantasy football or just on Hard Rock Bet. I love a lot of the Titans numbers that are out there right now. Hopefully I don't talk them up too much. Then I won't be able to afford them. Evan Cohen's on the other side. He can afford some Titans numbers. He also is going to have to explain to us the disrespect. Now, I told y'all, the coverage of Cam Ward is no longer disrespectful. Now it's just weird. Now it feels like an act. It doesn't even feel it doesn't feel genuine.
I feel more irresponsible because I don't think there is intentional disrespect to Cam Ward.
Nobody
I think people care about him.
Nobody in the room. This is all I'm saying. Like, I'm okay with you having one idiot, but if you got a whole team of idiots who are all cool with, okay, Cam Ward is a guy that 72. There's also people putting out lists of most important rookies and stuff like that, and it's like the number 1 overall quarterback isn't on that list. Like, I just can't. There has to be somebody with sense in your locker room, so to say?
I don't have the numbers on this. I don't think these numbers are public yet, but I would bet a lot of money that the amount of tickets that sports books have taken for offensive rookie of the year for Shedeur Sanders are maybe 10 times, maybe 20 times the amount of Cam Ward tickets for offensive rookie of the year.
You might be right. And part of that is value, but the other part of that is coverage and hype and the optimism around Shedeur Sanders, despite him being a shell of what Cam Ward was, even in college. I don't know, man. I don't care. I don't care either. Because you know what? Cam Ward don't give a damn.